Some of you may have seen this before. I made it on my other channel. However, I've decided that I think it would look nice filled with resin. Now, this is made out of concrete, and I painted it and made the little star, and it was supposed to just be an ornament that sat on that base to be in the house. I made the base as well. So if you want to know how I made this, then check out that video. I'll link it at the end of this one. It's on my other channel. So welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts. And what I'm going to do today is fill this up with resin and then put it on that little base and turn it into a lamp. Now, before I can do that, I need to seal this onto this piece of acetate and then put another piece of acetate that I've already cut around there into the shape that I want it to be for the moon. I'm going to be using some double-sided tape on this, but I do know that once I've put the tape on this, the likelihood is that when I take the tape off, it's going to pull the paint off. If I'd have thought about doing this before I'd finished it all off, I wouldn't have painted it first, I would have painted it afterwards. So I may have some touching up to do, but we'll see, and I'm not too worried about that. Now, this double-sided tape should work really, really well on here to prevent the resin going anywhere that I don't want it to go. And all I'm going to do is mark it on like this to be able to put this onto this base. But you must make sure that when you do this, that you cover all the areas. So there, I will just go round in little bits. I'm going to add a little bit of translucent colour to this because I think it's really going to set it off well. Just give it a bit of a shake. It's the J. Diction blue, and it is a lovely colour blue. You really don't need much of it. I also sealed the piece of acetate using some silicone from a little silicone tube. I'll link that in the description as well in case you want to get hold of it. But make sure whenever you're mixing in a colourant like this, you always give it a really good mixing so you don't get these like little swirls in your resin. Unless that's what you want, of course, and that can look nice too. Pour the resin slowly. I want to encourage a few bubbles in this, so I'm not pouring it too slowly. And you'll see why bubbles are lovely coming up soon. I just want to say a big thank you to all my members whose names are coming up now. And if you'd like to benefit from the additional perks of being a member and having access to me to answer your questions in our members only Facebook group, the link for that is in the description below. So carefully filling this up to the edge of the rim and then going over it because I don't want the surface bubbles. I want the bubbles to be inside the actual piece. Now this is all cleared up, what I need to do is remove this and the side panel from the moon. And this is why it would have been important not to have painted this first. But I hadn't made that decision that this is what I wanted to do with it until after I'd painted it. Because I know that this will pull off the resin and the sticky tape will pull off the paint. But that's not a problem. I can redo that without any issues whatsoever. So this should come off fairly easily, which it has. And left quite a nice, neat bit there. And so should this side. But as you can see, it has pulled the paint off. But I'm not worried about that. I'll just use the same techniques as I used to paint it. And you can see those techniques on my other channel. And I will link that video in the description. Really, what matters is that the inside there was painted so that you get the full look of it. As you can see, that inside there is nicely painted. Look how lovely and clear that is as well. That is beautiful and clear. I've repainted this. It didn't take long at all, and I think it's come out really well. So now it's just about gluing this onto this base I made, and I want to glue it about there. And what I shall use to glue this down with is a little bit of 5-minute epoxy, which will glue this down perfectly. To use 5-minute epoxy, all you need to do is squeeze out equal amounts of both. And I won't need much of this. It does dry completely clear, which is really, really useful. And then just mix the two together. With 5-minute epoxy, it does take on a lot of little micro bubbles and things like that. So it's not really something that you'd ever want to use for actual resin work other than as a glue like this. But if anyone's used it for something like that and had great success, then let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And it does stink as well. So that's where I've decided I want it to be, with a star around there, the moon coming on, a bit more like that. So what I need to do is just pop this 5-minute epoxy onto this little stand that I made. I'm using my X Tools D1. Really easy to make. It's great having a laser. and then place this roughly, well, not roughly, then place this exactly where I want it. So yeah, I'm very happy with it there. And then let that cure up for the amount of time. It normally takes about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'll show you what it looks like all lit up. Well, this is all nicely cured up now, and that isn't going to go anywhere, that base, and I think it works out really well. This is the type of light base that I would put it on, and these are brilliant for making all sorts of things. I know you've seen me use these many times before for different lamps that I've made, and you can get those easily enough. I will link them in the bottom. That should light that up nicely. I'm going to turn the lights off in here, and then we can see what it looks like. So there we go, that is lit up lovely. I think that has come out really well. I do like that. And you can move it around and it will refract slightly differently wherever you've kind of got it in there and coming through. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. I will link how I made the moon and everything because it's really simple. It's so easy to make, and the start at the end of this, so be sure to check that out. It's great to make mixed medium pieces. I think they just really do come out beautiful. Please boot that like button. It really does help my videos to get out there. It makes me very happy when I see the likes going up. It makes me realise that what I am doing, people are enjoying. And if you've not subscribed, then hit that subscribe button. Everything I used, it will be linked in the description below, along with the link to buy me a coffee if you'd like to buy me a coffee, just to say thank you. And get on my coffee board. Take care. Enjoy your resin. Bye.